Hey, it's free, and welcome to this week's vlog episode of The Soul Growth. I am absolutely elated to be able to share my energy with you and discuss a topic that has been on my mind the entire week. I hope that you've had a great week so far, and I want to thank you from the depths of me for your presence, for taking the time to come and check out my video. I hope that it is informational and positive and uplifting, inspirational. The list can go on, but I hope that you embrace the energy that it comes with. All right? So, today's topic is about being grateful. So, I stumbled across a quote about a week and a half ago that said, "You can't be grateful and unhappy at the same time." And I found that to be a really interesting topic. I found it to be an interesting statement, rather. What do you mean you can't be grateful and unhappy at the same time? So I decided to really kind of sit and think about it. Well, why not? Right? So I said, okay, I looked up the definition. To be grateful is to be warmly and deeply appreciative of kindness and benefits received. So when you are warmly and deeply appreciative, that means that you are in a special, loving heart space. You are in a place where you're just like, wow, that is so awesome. You are in awe. You understand. You truly understand what you have been taking for granted, and that it's time to make a shift, or you just understand what it is that you have. And so you can't be there and be unhappy at the same time. They are polar opposites. They're on the opposite end of the spectrum. That's like saying, I am so afraid of dying right now. That is a big fear of mine. And at the exact same time saying, I am so excited and happy and loving this life that I'm living. When you are being unhappy, a lot of the times you are not present in the moment. You are either in the past when you're thinking about what has happened, what you missed out on, what isn't here. Or you may be in the future where you're wondering what's going to happen and how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. So a lot of the times we aren't in the present moment if we're unhappy, if we're feeling unhappy. And that's okay, because we all have those moments, and I completely understand it. But I just want to talk about ways to kind of get you out of that state of mind. Did you know that seeing things in a positive light rather than a neutral or negative light can make you 40% more productive with your problems? In a sense, it's as if you're seeing, instead of seeing this is a problem, oh my gosh, this is a problem. Instead of saying that, you're like, this isn't a problem. I'm working on a solution. This is a solution. This is a solution in progress. You see how different that sounds? Oh my God, this is a problem. And oh my God, I am on the pathway to a solution right now. Dramatically different. Dramatically. And so if we take the time to really try to focus and shift our energy, make a conscious effort to try to shift our energy into the fear state of mind or an unhappy state of mind into a grateful and appreciative, gratitude, loving state of mind, it immediately shifts where we are and how we see things and puts us in a better space. So take this for example. Here's an exercise for you. Say that you are on your way home from traffic and your tire blows out. I'm sorry, you're on your way home from work in traffic and your tire blows out, right? What if you started asking yourself one of these 4 or 5 questions? There's 4 questions actually. I'm going to put them in the description, okay? What is good about this? What is good about this? Your tire blew out. Now you have to sit and wait for AAA, or you have to figure out how you're going to change it. Do you have a spare? You have all these things to worry about. What's good about this? Well, let's say you're waiting on AAA. Well, while you're waiting on a ride or AAA, you get to see the sunset. You get to see the beautiful sunset and feel the warm air and just take a moment and just be present in what's good about what's around you right now, right? On the plus side, you're not having to fight the traffic right now. So you get a moment to relax because as soon as you get that tire back on, you're probably going to hit the floor running. You're just gone, okay? Question number 2. What can I learn from this? Well, in that scenario, you are learning that you are not being present all the time, that you're not taking moments to appreciate things like the sunset, and that you really enjoy this moment and you wish you had it more often. So maybe you'll try to pull over and enjoy the sunset more often. How can I benefit from this? Question number 3. Okay. You can take a moment to appreciate the sunset daily, like I just said. So now you can say, well, I can appreciate this moment. I can do this every day. I could take a moment to say, you know what, it's 5 minutes. I get to watch the sunset. I get to have some peace of mind, some quiet time, leave the phone in the car and just shut it off and just kind of disconnect for 5 minutes just so that I can have some peace of mind, right? Question number 4. Is there something about this situation that I can be grateful for? Yeah. And if you take a moment to really think about it, you will very easily find at least one thing that you can be grateful for. And that's with everything in life. Now, you don't have to ask all 4 of these questions. You could just ask 1 or 2 or whatever makes you feel best. It's not for me to say how many you need to ask. You just ask until you start to feel a little bit better. Sometimes we get so caught up in the experience that we don't take a moment to understand the lesson and the goodness that can come out of it. So that is a really great exercise in my opinion and in my experiences. Another exercise that I have found to be very beneficial is a gratitude journal. So at the end of your day, you could take a moment to find at least 3 things that you are grateful for. And ideally, if you were to do this exercise, you're not using the same 3 things that you have used the day before. Find 3 new things. When you start to do that, you start to view your world a lot differently step by step. So every day and every moment, now you're looking for something new because you don't want to repeat anything that was in the last week. So the last 21 grateful numbers, you don't want to repeat those. So now you're like, okay, I have to find 21 new ones. Let me find one. How can I find one? Now you're on the look for it. Well, when you're looking for the positive in something, you actually start to see a lot more positive in things. So that's a really, really, really great exercise that I got last quarter from one of my instructors, and thought that you could benefit from it if you gave it a try. I've seen people do the grateful exercise on, say, their social media where they're like, okay, well, I'm going to post 3 things that I'm grateful for, you know? And if you pull someone else in, that's even better because you guys are doing it together. It's kind of like having a teammate where you're not letting the other person fall off. Another one, spend time writing or praying about what you want. And I want you to do both. Imagine experiencing what it is that you're asking for in that moment. So I remember about a month and a half ago, I was in a bit of a rough little bout of whatever. I was having a rough time. I was like, oh, this isn't working and this isn't happening and I need A, B, and C and oh, I got finals and I've got this and I've got that and this person's acting crazy and everything just felt like it was falling apart and I was frustrated because I felt like I wasn't getting things my way. I was being a brat. And so my friend said to me, he says, well, have you taken the time to try and manifest what it is that you want instead of focusing on what it is that you don't want? And even in that moment, I don't care how far gone I am, I recognize and understand that I am very intricate and I have a very big role in the creation of my reality. And so I said, okay, well, you know what? I was sitting outside doing absolutely nothing. It was between classes. I said, what do I have to lose? Because if you really think about it, you can either stay in your negative state where you're just frustrated and angry, or you can try something different. What harm is it going to do if you try something different, particularly if you've been in that negative state for a little while? How is it really going to hurt you to be a little positive for a change? I mean, what do you have to lose? And if nothing else, you'll feel good just for a little while. And you can go back to your funky state if you want to, you know? So I sat and I did the exercise. I said, okay, well, I guess I can do that. And I just sat and I just started writing. And while I'm writing, I'm imagining, oh, I have this, and this is going right, and I'm acing all of my classes, and I have this, and I have that, and all of these things that I knew in my heart that I wanted, but I felt I didn't have. I'm just imagining how they're all just coming in and how great it feels. How balanced my life suddenly feels now that I have A, B, and C done. How awesome it feels now that I have everybody in my corner standing behind me like I really wanted to. How awesome is it that everything is just flowing effortlessly to me the way I need it to, and my thoughts are processing in an amazing way. How awesome is that feeling? And I stopped and finished my exercise. I probably wrote for about 5 minutes, and I just felt so much better. I went from this sullen, sulky, frustrated, angry girl to, oh my God, my life is awesome. I completely forgot about how awesome it was. Bad on me, but you know what? I turned it around. How about you? How are you? How is your day going? Yeah, people get annoyed when I be like that, but it's okay. And so it instantly changed my momentum, my perspective, and my energy. And I was so grateful. And I said, you know what? Even if I don't have those things, I feel amazing right now, and I welcome them. I welcome that change and abundance into my life. And I said to my friend, thank you so much. Thank you so much for just saying what I needed you to say, what I needed to hear. I really appreciate that. That is one of the better exercises for me that you can do at any time. Take a moment, set a timer on your phone. Okay, I've got 2 minutes. Two. Set the timer on your phone. Okay, I'm going to write. And you get your pen and you get your paper and you just write. I've got 2 minutes. And you just start with, I want to be happy. I am happy. And you just imagine what kind of response you give to people when you're happy. And you just start thinking about, okay, this is what it feels like to be happy. And then you start writing and you just let it flow. You're just like, oh my gosh. Oh wow, I'm actually more blessed than I thought, because I know this person that does not have a job, and I know this person that has 10 kids and I only have one, and I know this person over here that can't even eat, and I saw that homeless guy on the street the other day, so obviously he's worse off, and I know this person that's in the ICU in the hospital because they weren't eating healthily and they didn't take care of their body and blah blah blah, and now they're not healthy. My heart goes out to them, but oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for my health right now. And as you just start to write, so many more things will come and they'll just flow, and then you'll just start to feel better. So, and one of the last exercises that I wanted to share was to find someone like a friend or a family member, and you guys do a grateful exercise together. Just like the one before, when you're writing, well, sometimes people function better when they're talking. And you'll actually start to piggyback off of each other. They'll say something and it'll trigger something in you. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. Oh wow, I didn't realize. You know what? You're right. I should be grateful for that. I'm grateful for that too. Thank you for sharing. And I'm gonna write that one down in my journal tonight. It's just when someone's doing it with you, it's much easier, much more enjoyable. So those are the things that I wanted to share. And the last thing I really wanted to say to you was something I saw on a TEDx talk, and I'll put the link below the video. His name is Shawn Achor, and the speech was about the happy secret to better work. So one of the profound things that he said in his speech was that it's not the reality that shapes us, but the lens in which your brain chooses to view the world that shapes your reality. So in other words, you are viewing things through a negative or positive lens, and that affects how you're seeing the world. For example, you're irritated. You've been having a rough day and you're extremely frustrated, and everything around you seems to irritate you more. You're sitting in the cafeteria or you're sitting in the break room, and one of your friends that you're always eating with, they're just chomping, you know, annoying you. You're like, oh my God, why are they chewing like a cow? Why are they smacking their lips? Why are they this and why are they that? Because you have your negative lenses on. And all you can see things in that moment is from a negative light. That's the only way you see things. So, if you took a moment and said, you know what? Take a deep breath. I release. I let go of that negative energy. I let go of that frustration. I let it go. And you decided to put on your positive lenses. Switch, right? You switch up your lenses, and now you can see things differently. Now you can see that, you know what, her food looks mighty good right now. I'm kind of wishing I had what she had for lunch. Can I have a little bit of that? You change your perspective. So you went from, why is she doing this? Why is she doing that, to, oh, wow, that looks really good. And you know what? My day is getting better already. And I'm so happy. And I embrace the blessings that are going to continue to come into my life right now. Shifting perspectives, changing those lenses, changing your lenses, and doing it in a conscious way makes things so much better. So I leave with that. I just want to say thank you so much for your time. I really and greatly appreciate every moment that you have taken to listen to me. I hope that you've gotten something from it, excuse me. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to put them down in the comments and I will respond. As always, peace, blessings, love, and light to you. And I can't wait to see you next week.